Some of the points that I'm going to bring up in this video are points that I feel like I've been needing to get off of my chest for a very long time. As somebody who has participated in hip hop culture, whether it was writing, doing cultural analyses over on TikTok, dabbling into some of that conversation on YouTube, etc., it just feels like this topic in particular has been something that has been omnipresent in my experience within hip hop, but something I haven't talked on a whole lot, and that changes today. So unless you live under a rock, you know that Drake and Kendrick Lamar are having this epic rap beef, and they've been going at each other's necks, tugging on each other's wigs, biting, pulling hair, like literally putting everything on the floor. However, there is one particular insult that they have hurled back and forth between one another that has raised my antennas and caused me to pause and come to you guys and sit and talk about this subject a little bit further, because it's insane that something like this is even being used as a jab within hip hop culture in 2024. If you've been paying attention, you probably already know what it is that I'm about to talk about. So in Family Matters, Drake says, and I quote, "I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. You, the black messiah, wifing up a mixed queen." To which Kendrick Lamar responded, and I quote, "He hates black women, hypersexualizes them with KINKS's of a NYMFO fetish." I couldn't say some of those words because I don't know how the demonetization works on YouTube, so we just gonna play it safe. But tell me what that exchange says to you. The jab and the gotcha is literally, oh, you don't like black women. No, you don't like black women. No, you don't like... What are we doing? Black women who are fans of the genre, are we all okay? Because what is playing out in front of our very eyes is saying so much. And since Drake and Kendrick Lamar are cracking the can of beans a little bit open, we might as well rip the lid off. Misogynoir in hip hop, colorism in hip hop, white validation in hip hop is literally like peanut butter to jelly at this point. Nobody is shocked or surprised that any rapper or black entertainer in 2024 would have an affinity for white women on the low or are colorist. I think it's becoming expected at this point, which is so very sad. And so this isn't the gotcha moment that either of them thinks this really is. It's actually very telling about how these artists will literally pander to the black female audience for clicks, clout, engagement, and brand optics, while at the same time not really caring about their black female audiences beyond that. Now let's look at hip hop as a genre. It started 50 years ago. However, you would still think that we are in the 50s when you look at some of the subject matter that is taken super lightly within hip hop culture. Misogynoir, colorism, homophobia, domestic violence, the dating of children are all things that are like casual and things that people don't take any accountability for until you are in a super viral rap beef and these things are being used as a gotcha. And as a black woman, I have to sit and ask myself, how much of this has changed who I am, how I view myself, and how I view the world? And what type of mental gymnastics have I had to perform in order to keep space for hip hop in my heart and in my mind, knowing that the genre is literally still stuck in the 50s and 60s while society has at least tried to make an effort to move beyond that. I know we are all getting caught up in all the bars and the strategy and all of these amazing things that are happening in the midst of this beef, but I feel like this is the perfect time to really sit and examine where the culture truly is. Why has it taken this long for certain allegations against certain rappers to be actually taken seriously by the general public? How have black women's psyches suffered under the guise of all of this being normalized? And what do we need to do from here to make hip hop a safer space for women and children? And I will say this, the hip hop fan in me is Team Kendrick, because obviously. But at the same time, this beef is very viral. Black women have been brought into it. And so I think we need to take time and pause and really examine what is going on here, because the things that are being said are things that I don't think should be taken lightly. And as Black women who have participated in the culture and Black women who have been a part of the culture, it is long overdue for us to have this moment to address the misogynoir, peel it back, and fully examine how hip hop can be better going forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.